As we can see, we've got a big massive T1. We've got a T1 bomber coming in over at the pub. Obviously, he's going for a scouting mission to see exactly what the enemy is doing. As we can see, Rivers is got the radar up, so obviously now we can see exactly. So now Rivers and X3 can see exactly what each enemy is doing. Obviously, we've got. Obviously, see the left out, the right, bottom right hand side of the screen. We've got my friends telling me what's working, what's not. Actually, there we go. We've got mobile missile launchers walking right into Redarrow's base. If we have a look over the right hand side of the map, we've got 4 mobile missile launchers currently attacking Rivers ACU. River isn't macroing his mobile missile launchers at the moment. Obviously, that's a big problem. X3 has just built a second radar, which has just been wiped out. If we have a look on the left hand side of the map, we've got quite a group of units from Iron Pub. So the Iron Pub will start to attack very shortly. If you have a look on the right hand side, we've got a third land factory coming up from River. Obviously River is now completely harassing X3. Now X3 has to go straight for a T2 point defense. As we have a look on the left hand side, we've got a big massive force of Venadoos and Venadoos and Catus going down to attack River. Come down to attack Redarrow. Redarrow has got 7 rock tanks up and running, and he's got 2 mobile missile launchers. Obviously, this will be quite an interesting fight. Obviously, he's got anti-mobile air guns up. As you can see, Redarrow is currently sent in his P1 bombers, which is going to get absolutely hammered. But no, they do enough damage to kill 2 tanks. Now Redarrow's ACU is taking the brunt of the force, while his rock tanks don't take anything. Redarrow isn't moving his ACU, so Redarrow's ACU is going to get harassed here. But the T1 bombers are doing splash damage and killing more tanks than his actual tanks are doing. Actually, Redarrow doesn't know what he's doing at the moment, by the looks of it. He's keeping his rock tanks right next to his ACU, but while his ACU is getting pounded, the T1 bombers are harassing the land units. Obviously, Redarrow is currently getting blasted apart, which is quite interesting tactic by Redarrow, but obviously it pays off. He didn't lose any rock tanks. Quite interesting. If we have a look over the right hand side of the map, while that fight was going on, we've got X3 currently attacking River. River's ACU is currently down to half. X3's point defense has done a hell of a job of killing the enemy. As you can see, we've got the T1 bombers just running around in the middle. Obviously, if he attacks the land factories and the radar and mass extractor, that'll put down X3's output quite rapidly, which he's going to do now. If you have a look at the bombers of Redarrow, Redarrow is still in. He hasn't made his mind up where he's going to attack. Now he has. He's harassing the land units of X3. He's just killed 2 of them. Splash damage is absolutely fantastic. So that's Redarrow harassing the enemy, which isn't his enemy. Which is an enemy, but not his main enemy. As you can see, River is harassing those 2 land factories of X3, which is currently being unprotected completely. So this is quite an interesting tactic. I won't attack your base, but I'll harass your land factories over the other side of your base. As you can see, we've got T1 bombers now running around. See, this is even more interesting. We've got the bombers just doing whatever the hell they want. Obviously now they decide to attack the land units. Obviously he's now harassing more of his land back, and he's just killed 1 of them, which was a mobile missile launcher, which is fantastic for Redarrow and his partner, Rivers. Redarrow is just got his rock tanks in the middle of nowhere at the moment. Iron Pub doesn't seem to be wanting to do much. There we go. X3's 2 land factories have been completely obliterated. While X3 goes to build a mass extractor. But he certainly needs more land factories up. As you can see, Rivers has got 5 land factories up to X3's 1 now. So obviously this is going to be quite a bad... this is going to be quite an extraordinary win for River, which X3 was actually which was pushing him back. But now X3 has lost the advantage and is getting pawned like a bitch. If you have a look over at Iron Pub is currently heavily assisting his land factory. Doesn't seem to want to harass anyone. Redarrow is quite not bothered to be harassing him because he's helping River, his ally, to harass X3. Obviously, X3 is currently building point defences and long 2 point defences, but Redarrow is saying, "Yeah, you do that, and I'll start bombing your SCU," which he's now successfully doing. So obviously, T1 bombers on an SCU on X3 will take quite a while to get down health and kill, but Red Arrow doesn't actually give a toss. As we can see, Red Arrow has shifted his attack off the ACU to the T1 point defences, but he's now shifted his attack to the T1 AA, which will do his bombers a lot of damage if successfully built, which he has. Now Red River is pulling his bombs away because he knows how much damage they'll do. Now all River needs to do is force his units around the back end of X3. X3 now officially doesn't have any land factory, so X3 is completely exposed. But Rivers has got mobile missile launchers, which is currently harassing the point defences of X3. Obviously, 2 more attacks on that point defence will kill it, which it's just done, and another one on the other point defence, and Rivers and X3 is completely wide open to attack. As we have a look over the left-hand side of the map, we've got the Pope. The Pope, well, is a Pope of religion, and a Pope of being harassed and fucked up big time by Redarrow. As you can see, Redarrow is doing... Redarrow doesn't actually need to do much, because Redarrow has got his enemy attacking him, while he's got the biggest rock army in the entire game. And that is no joke, he does have a rock army. As you can see, River is now starting to harass what's left of X3, but X3 is in strategic retreat. Red Arrow's bombers are causing havoc in the enemy. As you can see, the rock tanks of Red Arrow is starting to harass the enemy. The Pope's religious army is currently getting wiped out like they normally do. As you can see, there goes the Pope's army, and the Pope is now currently fully exposed. As we have a look over the right hand side of the map, we've got X3, which is currently getting harassed, blown up, shit his pants, trying to retreat, but he's got no idea, and he's useless at it. And there goes X3, so X3 will be going in the losers ladder after this game, because Red Arrow is starting to harass the Pope. So the Pope will start to be harassed, the Pope will be assassinated, and all is good in the world. As we can have a look, River is just currently taking over his enemy's base, while Red Arrow currently assaults the Pope. Obviously, not many people can say they've assaulted the Pope and got away with it, but I think in this case, Red Arrow will say he's assaulted the Pope and got away with it. Now, Red Arrow is currently building research stations. He's got a fair few of them anyway. But obviously, the Pope is building a lot of point defences. And these point defences are going to start harassing the rock tanks. Now, the rock tanks are doing their utmost. Now, the rock tanks are in strategic retreat because the point defences are pawning their asses. Not just pawning them, absolutely wiping them out like bitches. Obviously, the Pope has survived attack number 1. But attack number 2 is coming quite quickly from River. Is Red Arrow going to go straight for air? No. Red Arrow is still building T1 bombers. And he's still building mass. Oh, scratch that. The Pope quit and suicided himself. So good game to Red Arrow and River, who advanced to the next round of the tournament, while the Pope and X3 advanced to the loser bracket. Stick around for some more.